Many around the world are working to increase their awareness of the need for conservation efforts, particularly in the face of climate change. Perhaps you're one of them. If so, you can share your story with us and take part in our Doing Your Bit campaign that showcases projects and efforts from all corners of the globe. This one in Malawi is encouraging the use of fuel-efficient cook stoves.
In Malawi, 95% of the population uses wood or charcoal for cooking because it's cheap. But this causes massive deforestation. Additionally, the smoke causes breathing problems, and children often suffer burns. Jeff Ferber is the founder of the charity Ripple Africa. He promotes the use of fuel-efficient cook stoves. Mud can be turned into bricks, and bricks into stoves in just 1 hour. This reduces wood use by 67%. It also makes cooking faster and easier. We like that. Are you also doing your bit? Tell us about it. Visit us at dw.com/doingyourbit or get in touch on Twitter. Doing Your Bit. We share your stories.
Did you know that your cell phone contains valuable metals such as copper, gold, and silver? And if you have old cell phones lying around your house, say about 15,000 of them at least, then it could be that you're sitting on a gold mine. Of course, you'll need to find a way to extract these metals. It's called urban mining. That's exactly what the German company Urbis is doing. They are major recyclers of copper and other raw materials. We visited the company in Hamburg to find out more.
Here at Urbis, they're recycling 2 tons of cell phones. Some of them real relics from the dawn of the industry. For production chief Detlev Lase, the vintage models are merely a source of raw materials.
A phone like this is made up of 10 to 15% copper, but if you take a look at the contacts, you can see there's gold too. A ton of phones contains up to 300 grams of gold, plus 2 to 2.5 kilos of silver. That's what interests us. If you break it down into the precious metals and other valuable parts, it's worth some 9,000 to 10,000 euros.
The company recycles all sorts of electronics, including computers, TVs, and mobile phones, for their lucrative components.
It's our source of metal. We don't have mines or mineral deposits. For us, it's urban mining. We extract the metals needed for our economy, for our industry, and make them re-available for production processes.
The problem is that very few consumers know how valuable their used cell phones actually are. A number of companies have now sprung up, offering people cash for their old cell phones. This firm buys up around 8,000 units a month. In some cases, the phones are just months old. The company's dealings with customers take place entirely on the internet. Customers get an estimate for their phone online. A relatively new smartphone is worth between 200 and 300 euros. If the device still works, the data is wiped and the device is refurbished and sold to a new owner.
A sales transaction on our website takes 3 to 4 minutes. All you need to do is package the phone and mail it free of charge. We transfer the money within 7 days. And it's a far more dependable option than the online auction sites where you never know what's going to happen.
The average household in Germany has 2 or 3 old phones gathering dust. The financial incentive means more of them are now finding their way back into circulation. And if they can't be used anymore for their original purpose, they're likely to end up at Aurubis. It's the only company in Germany that melts down shredded phones to produce raw copper. Copper has never been so much in demand on the world markets, or so expensive. And that demand would be difficult, if not impossible, to meet without recycling electronic scrap. Aurubis processes around 1 million tons of copper per year.
That's an anode with a copper content of around 98%. There's also all the base metals like nickel and lead, plus the precious metals gold, silver and palladium. We then extract and refine pure copper via electrolysis.
Electrolysis is the final step in the recycling process. The metal is placed in a bath of sulfuric acid, and a powerful electric current is passed through it. The result? Sheets of copper with a purity of 99.9%.